Well, hello, guys. Welcome back. I kind of had seen this in someone else's still. You know, people put stills up on Pinterest. Well, I made a still of my own video because I hadn't noticed it until I looked at a picture of him. But what do you notice about our lovely new Springtrap? I hopefully all of you noticed this already, and I'm not the only one to just notice it like yesterday. I noticed it and then I'm like, oh, I don't care, it doesn't matter. But we know Scott never does anything by mistake, yeah? Okay, look at Springtrap. We see the outside, and we see it's cracked and damaged. In fact, it's so cracked and damaged, the second mask underneath is showing. Now, at first I just thought, oh, this doesn't mean anything. Maybe when he made the mask, he did a really weird process where for some reason he put Bonnie on top of, you know, like another mask. You know, the original, Spring Bonnie. But it doesn't make sense to make a mask that way because you see the wire framework here and you see what's underneath. At first I was telling myself, well, that's just the structure underneath, and he added this, you know, Bonnie shell. But it really doesn't make any difference because if you go down here to the lower jaw and you look at all those lovely teeth, look inside, you see a second jaw also with teeth, and it's not an endo jaw, it's another jaw with springs so that, you know, the mouth moves. I'm wondering, because we can see like the Springtrap bits, I think the body's pretty much the same. I'm wondering if these are all meant to be one animatronic inside another, because I think there's a still shot out there of Lefty, and I think it looks like Puppet is inside Lefty. But he is claiming, or at least from his, you know, what he says in the thing, you would think he's William, you know, William Afton. And I'm looking at all these wires, like the wires coming down across the space. And it looks like, if you look up at the left, it looks like there's at least a little partial of the eyelid left. And maybe in the right it just was jammed up. But it looks like he took off the Springtrap head after it got more damage. But this isn't fire damage. This is different kind of damage because all the teeth are gone. And I don't know if those are meant to be spike teeth on the bottom row, or they're meant to hold the teeth in place. Hey, welcome to FNAF. If you've never met this, I've never met the fandom or what, but it looks like what's underneath, the kind of goldish tannish underneath, and the two teeth look like they might be attached to actually what's underneath. I don't know. Now, what do you guys think? Do you think this is just how he designed the mask, which is not how you would design a costume or a mask to go over an endo? You would just have, no, I don't need any comments. If you're in the furry fandom, you know how to make a mask. It's just, it's one thing. You don't have a mask and then have another mask within it. It's like you make the shell and then you draw the skin or the fur or whatever over the shell. And it's one piece. Like when I made my Springtrap, I didn't make like a shell and then put something over it. Would have wasted time. So what do you think? Is this another animatronic inside him? If it is, who do you think it is? It's a lighter tan color and the teeth are really tiny. It almost could be another Springtrap of sorts because we're looking at silver eyes, and I've never seen those in the games in any other model, not off the top of my head. You guys can probably think of a few that also have this silver eye design, but when they're lit up, they're pretty distinctive to Springtrap. It's usually how you know it's him, and they're not lit up in this game. And this doesn't look like fire damage. And his nose is different. You notice the nose is different. It's a hard plastic nose. It's not that soft nose that you wanted to, you know, sit there and pet because I don't know if he glitched or not, but you remember how he would stand in the doorway for 3 or 4 hours and let you pet his nose? Yeah, this one doesn't do that. He's like hyper angry Springtrap. So I don't know. I don't know. It's just really bothering me. I want to know why there's a second jaw in there, and I'm trying to like, I'm treating this like VR. I'm trying to like duck down and see in there and see if there's still a human left in there. I mean, did he have to do this? Was there something so wrong with his head that he had to put like support structure in there? I don't know. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Looking down at the arms, down at the right arm where there's like the first big tear on top, that could be something of another costume as well. I don't know. Scott probably thinks I need something better to do with my life. I don't care. Yeah, I want to know what you guys think. It's really been bothering me because at first I was trying to tell myself, like I said, that that's just a support structure and all the yellow gold skin is just tattering off of it. But those teeth are the part that's bothering me. Those teeth wouldn't be there in a support structure. You wouldn't go to extra work. And the way his jaw is and the way his jaw's opening, I don't know. It just doesn't look right. It doesn't look like it's just support structure to me. It looks like there's something else under there. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm looking at it now, and the longer I look at it, I wonder if it's just support structure. And I want to dismiss it, but at the same time, all those little teeth are what's throwing me off. I don't think he would have made a fabric-covered endo and had that underneath. Scott, you're not allowed to change stuff like this in your games. You're not, man. This is really bothering me. Because that lower jaw inside the other lower jaw, that's just throwing me off, because you can see there's like springs in that attaching it. So where's the room for his head in this thing? Does he have a head at this point? Did his like little Springtrap head fell off and he said, well, and he went and got himself another head? I don't know. Post your theories below. I'm torn. Part of me wants to just dismiss this and say it's just the structure underneath and the fur came loose, but the fur wouldn't come loose and retain a shape. It would just all, eventually just tatter off the support structure underneath. This looks like a hard structure was broken and there was another hard structure underneath. But let me know what you think. I'm probably overthinking this. That might just be a support structure. But it's that jaw that's really throwing me, that lower jaw with all those little tiny teeth. I can't see why those would be in there because they don't look like they're meant to hold anything. But let me know what you guys think. I know I'm overthinking this, but it's weird because he's got that one wire in front of the eye and there's like a kind of like a gouge in the eye socket, like it's meant to be there. Is that like the device that opened and closed the eyes and it got like shunted over, or I don't know. I don't know. Let me know what you think below, but this has been bothering me. I couldn't sleep last night. I'm like, why does he look so different? So I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.